Hi, this is Mark with Right Line Trading. It is 12/17/2014, and I'm going to go over our trading from early this morning. I really haven't looked at the charts for the remainder of the day, so um, we'll see how the market traded today, and we'll take a look at our trades. So why don't we do crude oil first? Let's take a look. It looks like there were some great trades later in the day. And there always are. For the people who own the software, that they get many, many more trading opportunities than we do in the room itself. And that's how we did today. We did quite well. I'm just going to put that close to the 50, so we'll go back to that at the end. Now right here, we had two really quick trades. We had break of the modified 15, retracement into the 15, up 5. Retracement back down into the 15, up 5. Two targets. Now we're going to go and take a look how we did. Now this wasn't a missed signal. We were taking a trade on a different market, but this is a great, huge trade on crude. 22 ticks. Now we're not going to look at anything without bias. That's going to be our mantra. And nothing much here. I mean, crude made a nice move, but could have taken this. Definitely could have taken that, and then the retracement. It's a little more of an aggressive trade. It would have been a very, very nice winner. It's only 11 o'clock. Obviously, a lot of candles. Today was the crude report. Now, here's one of the nicest setups that I think you can get. Whoops. It's the move up and break the 15 and the 50, and then the retracement right back to the 50 with the 15 crossing right through the candle. So you have a yellow 50, which is fine, green 15, and you're with bias. That is a tremendous trade to the upside. And you can see that there's just no losers here. And up we went for 11. Just have to have a lot of patience with the system. Now this is a little bit of a tough trade because you're fairly far off. You're 8 ticks off the modified 15. And it all looks good in retrospect. But when you're trading that right edge, that might be a trade I would leave behind. So this huge move up really didn't give us a conservative entry. That's the thing about trading with specificity. Sometimes there are big moves you can't get into. You just got to let them go. And here comes the really beautiful trades. There's the break and the retracement right to the modified 15. Now this is into a pivot. It's a little more aggressive. You may take it or you may not. There's the next one. Nice B candle. There's your C engulfer. I'm sorry. Same thing again. Retracement. All with bias. Right here you have 3 winners in a row. 8. This is a gorgeous trade. 11. Another beautiful trade here. 16. That's a whole day's worth of profit. Now it's still noon. I'm still rolling here. Nothing conservative. Nothing that I would take. Now, this is an aggressive short, but definitely a trade right here. 50's down, 15's down. It's a 2/3 candle break of the 50, and you're down for 30 ticks. Nothing here. This is one of my favorites. Break, early retracement, right back up to the modified 15. And down we go. Tons of great trades on crude today. And we had 2 winners. If we would have traded the whole day, we would have been we needed a Brinks truck. Now let's take a look at the Russell. Now I think we had 1 trade on the Russell. Russell was very choppy today. Russell's the toughest market to trade, without a doubt. It is the beast from 20,000 fathoms. This is the market open. We had a C candle, but it was right at the 932, and I'm not going to trade the market open. Now we had this beautiful break and retracement. I didn't take it because of the pivot. The pivot actually turned the trade around. And on this retracement, the pivot broke. Now there were some that took this trade. Break, retracement, up you go. It's a big winner. Now this was a perfect trade and one of my favorite trades. Break, retracement. I mean, that is one gorgeous trade. It went 4 ticks and not 5. And the only reason it stopped us out is we moved our stop to 7 ticks. We tightened our stop. If we would have kept our stop at 10 ticks, this would have been a 13-tick winner. Would have gone from here. Actually, no, it wouldn't have been. It just would have been, it would have gone from here to here. Would have gone 6 ticks. It would have given us a full winner. But since we tightened, that was a lost trade. A lot of people take this one, and I was really sorry I did not. Right here. Down we go. This is, I believe, is a little bit of an overbought signal. No, not really. It's a good trade. Up, retracement right back to the modified 15, and up. These are into multiple pivots. I'm only looking at the trades with bias. There's a lot of price moving outside of bias. There's your trade. First of all, there's your break. There's your retracement. And I believe that trade's going to give you a winner. 7 ticks. Then you get your retracement. Now this has very little candle body. It's a much riskier trade. It's a winner. 5 ticks is our first target. Retracement right back to the modified 15. And then you're on the then you get a monster winner. 33. I mean, unbelievable trades. just move that over. Now let's take a look at the Russell. On the ES. We had a great trade on the ES today. A lot of candles. Finally, some really good movement. Look at almost 3 million contracts today on the ES. And I'm sure after we closed, we wound up with a lot of trades. Now this is a trade that I missed because I was on the gold market. And the gold trade I closed at break even, which is really a shame. But it sat around forever, and I missed this 5 3/4 point move on the ES, and this was definitely a trade I would have taken without a doubt. So even if I took it here, which I might have, never would have stopped us out and would have gone over 5 points, oh, almost 6 points if I took it here. And that probably would have been the place I took it. And there's the trade we did take. We had the break and the retracement. And actually this went 8 ticks, not 6. Because our entry was here. And the trade went to here. And that went 2 points. And then we were done. And there's your next trade. And up you go. And there's your next trade. Up you go again. Right here. It's a point. Full winner. Point and a half. And look at this trade. This is, again, my favorite trade. Right back in. Up we go. This I would have taken into that pivot. When you're right up against support, I think the trade's going to push through the pivot on a C candle. And up you go again for 3 points. Now, I don't know any system that gives you signals this reliable. So, I'm going to stop here. We've had so many winning trades, it's pathetic. And there are going to be more on gold. The only trade we took on gold was a break-even trade. So really, we had very modest profit today. And if we would have continued to trade, we just would have had an unbelievable additional number of winners. But we set a modest net equity in the room. And we don't want to risk anything. And it is a risk to continue to trade. And we don't know what's going to happen as the day goes on. Now I have to find, here we go. Let's the hunt for the daily net equity. Here it is. We had 4 trades, 3 winners and a loser. We had that -7 on the Russell, which was a great trade. Only stopped us out because we tightened our stop to 7. I think it went 8 or 9 against us, and then it would have been a big winner. 2 5-tick trades. That's our first target on crude. A point and a half on the ES. Net ticks were 9. Net equity was $370. Now the auto traders since this took an additional winner. It had 3 trades. And it had 2 winners and 1 loser. And so this becomes a plus 200. That's what's going to be posted on the website. So we could have had a much better day today, but there's no way of knowing that. As it was, we really did have a very nice day. Nothing to complain about when you can take home almost $400. And we made close to $700 yesterday, and we're just pushing ahead. We're way ahead of our $1,000 net equity after commissions a week to push to our net equity of $50,000 a year. That's our goal. So I really hope to see everyone in the trading room. Here is the information. Go to www.rightlinetrading.com. There you'll find a link to our daily net equity in the trading room, our daily net equity on the Auto Trader, a link to sign up for our free trial. You can email us at info@rightlinetrading.com, or you can call us at 1-855-765-6681. And we really look forward to seeing you in the room, because I think you're going to be very impressed, and you can see all the great setups that we get. So I hope everyone has a wonderful evening, and we'll see everyone in the room. Take care.